Hey there, gang. So with the upcoming announced rework to the perk knockout, I thought I'd show you guys one of my favorite and best slugging matches recently using a pure slugging build. First things first, though, for those who, again, don't know, this perk is changing coming April the 2nd. Behavior does not like the knockout slugging playstyle, admittedly and understandably, and so instead of hiding survivors' auras from their teammates when they are beyond 16 meters, it is instead going to apply a 5% hindered penalty whenever survivors go 6 meters away from a pallet after dropping it for 5 seconds. Now, this is actually pretty good. I don't want to spend too much time talking about it, given it's not out yet, and I haven't actually fiddled with it myself, but 6 meters is very short and will apply to probably the grand majority of tiles in the game. So more on that later, when the time's relevant. But as for this video, I want to kind of spend a little bit of time talking about this build and playstyle, because up until April the 2nd, if you are seeing this video, you can do this too. You can enjoy this. And if your matches are frustrating going against some perks like Dead Hard and Decisive and Shoulder the Burden, you may or may not see these perks in this match. Well, then maybe you decide, you want to run this build up and for the time being, right? It's a really, really good build on Clown when the circumstances align, right? Like if you're on a good favorable map, such as Gideon Meat Plant. But how the build really works, and kind of just to give a brief description for anyone who is considering this for this time, is you have Knockout, Surge, Coulrophobia, and Sloppy Butcher. Now, Knockout, this is going to hide the survivors. The idea here is you are going to down a survivor, and then you go and you just look for another one, right? Because they aren't going to be able to coordinate as well to pick up their teammates. They're going to be likely split once you start applying a bunch of injuries. And this is really how you end up creating your macro pressure. Most survivors are not coordinated enough to deal with the hidden R effect that comes from Knockout, because even if you know where you're at, communicating it in a way, especially a high tense situation such as being chased by the killer in the moment, it's not really too easy to do properly, and it may end up, wasting precious time. And that is something to kind of take into account when it comes to why both survivors and behavior might find this perk to be frustrating. Now, when it comes to the other perks, Jolt, I talked about this in my most other recent video when I ran it with Save the Best for Last, Rapid Brutality, and I believe I ran it with Play With Your Food. This perk is great when you're running snowball heavy builds that don't rely on a lot of regression. This perk is great for removing that lasting progress. If they otherwise get some generator repair progress that you can't afford to kick the gen to regress, this does it for you in a wide, area. It is great. You don't need anything else. Coulrophobia and Sloppy Butcher, these are big. Honestly, if there is any shot that slugging persists past the rework to knockout, it's going to be these two perks in tandem. When you run Coulrophobia and Sloppy Butcher, this makes it virtually impossible for a survivor to pick up their teammate in proximity to the killer, because this reduced healing speed doesn't just apply to when they're healing the survivor from 0 healing progress up to full when their teammate is slugged on the ground. This healing speed also applies to that last percentage of progress when a survivor has fully recovered themselves and they are ready to be picked up. You are applying a 50% penalty in addition to that normal 25%. And yes, that is game changing. You are literally going to see, early spoiler, we won because of this. So that's what the real principle behind this is. When it comes to add-ons, I would personally recommend running Garish Makeup Kit and Cigar Box. I mean, you probably could swap Cigar Box, but there's no other info in this build. And I feel like Garish Makeup Kit is worth this add-on slot, especially taking Sloppy Butcher in place of taking some sulfuric acid vial, because having that extra 2 seconds of invigoration really does matter when it comes to securing these hits and thus these downs, especially when you play into hitting survivors and securing health states for greater macro pressure. There we go. Optimistic. Ooh, I can't read all that. Gideon. First Gideon match of the day, and we're slugging on Gideon. This actually could work to our advantage. I'm this bad at the game. Oh, wow, she doesn't drop?
Please don't tell me there's a pallet right here. Holy shit, thank you. I was about to say, please, I need something for this. Don't make me look stupid, thank you. Because I... Amazing. This is so fucking good. Perfect. Remember, we slug, don't pick up. Trying to push them into our terror radius here. He's gonna get pallet, but that's fine. Actually, to say you need to give me this. Don't give me pallet. Not my best bloom, but we can probably work with it. Okay, never mind. We can't work with it. Oh my. But we can work with this. We can definitely work with that. Picking the gen is not worth it. I need to just get around the map, get some hits in. Perfect, that's what I needed. Perfect, perfect. Perfect. Let's get moving. Smart, okay, that's the first gen. We've got 2 slugs, though. She's probably going up to drop. She is. I can probably chain this better. Oh, amazing. Now I can probably clean this up. Perfect. She doesn't know. She doesn't know how long the pickup is. Because the Coulrophobia and Sloppy, you can't pick that up. You actually can't pick that up. So they got her. That's fine. Where'd I drop her at? Up here? Over here? Good to know. Make sure they're not coming around here. That's where Garsh Makeup Kit comes in, by the way. And look at that regression. They're in the stage of the game where they need to pick people up, not get on the gens. So that means we are fully regressing these gens when we down people. We're getting a little bleed out timer. It's not as long as like full hook state, so we gotta like go through all of them technically, right? But we are stopping the gens from getting anywhere when they're in this stage of just like, we need to get everybody fully healed. You know what I'm saying? So right now we're trying to see if we can knock her back on the ground. I wanna hit this pole, fuck up my pink, that's fine, shit happens. Might be able to get this. Remember, they can't dead hard or nothing. He's over here. Make sure no one else is over there. Oh, no, wait. Why would you go basement? Why would you do this? No, 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 don't do this. This is death. This is basically death right now. Yeah, no, you're not getting locker. The fact that you go into this locker. Don't go corner, go locker. If you go into locker, that denies knockout. If anything, he just went deeper into the basement, making it even probably harder for his team to see him. They'll say like calm out on bottom basement, but that's the thing. You went so deep in the basement, if I go down there when people are injured, that's GG's. I don't really want to look to kick. I want to look to locate where everybody's at. Over here, that's good, I saw the glimpse. That's fine, I want to kick this for later. That's why I'm doing this. We're not committing, we're just kicking. Double basement, this is what I'm talking about. We know where they're at. See, look how much longer the healing takes. I'm actually gonna hook. Actually? No, we bleed. Bleed out timer is actually longer. Or shorter than hook time at this point. Okay, good. They don't actually know where I'm at. Jen gets fully regressed. We're knocking that shit back down. Remember, he's in basement. If they want to get basement, they're just making themselves vulnerable. Injured person went downstairs. This is amazing. If the injured person's who goes downstairs. Reload. Oh, okay. I body blocked the lockers. I body blocked him so he couldn't get into them. He tried to avoid my lunge, and in the process, he now couldn't get in the lockers. We kick this pallet. She's on this side of the map. She's right over here, I believe. Remember, he is in basement and everybody's injured, so I'm getting ready to proxy back to basement. Someone's going for this pickup. He's crawling out, smart. You know what? I'm actually gonna drag him back in. By the time you get out now, you're kind of gonna be fucked now, because everybody's injured. No one can get to you in time. I have to say, you're precious if you actually think you're gonna rotate this. That's one. Perfect, perfect. Splitting up to do gens, I don't know if that's actually gonna help them here. Getting the regression on the Jolt is what I cared about the most, by the way. Oh man, those failing healing skill checks are gonna kill them. Damn, that failed heal skill check just won us the game from Coulrophobia. Oh shit. GG's. Close? I mean, they almost got it picked up. They almost got a reset. The carrying into the basement was pretty funny. Is this the Slug? It's a Slug build. I think it's a really good one. Alright, I'm not picking up just yet till she goes second. Go on. Come on, go second. Go second, please. I mean, dude, that's the thing. That's not her. I'm not picking up and hooking because I'm not letting There we go. Okay. Now I gotcha. I gotcha. GG's yellow. GG's, pleasure to finally burst you. Hey man, I'm glad you didn't have any hard feelings, dude, because you got fucking bled out in the basement. GG's, dude. Y'all had some good chases and whatnot, you know? It probably would have gone closer if we didn't get that early snowball. No way she fucking unhooked herself. Oh, no. Oh, no. Get the fuck back here. No. Where are you going? No. Oh, I see you. Where the fuck you... No. Stop. You're at 4 gens. Stop it. No, stop! Oh, fuck. Oh, it did work, okay. This is actually what I wanted. There's a door right here, though, by the way. You use a fucking styptic, you dipshit! Come on, try me. I said try me! GG's.
That's fucking wild, dude.
Alright, where's the other one at?
Get styptic, nerd.
Sorry, I don't know where she is, gang. I'm not trying to bleed her out. I will pick up and hook her if I see her even. Oh, there she is. Oh, no, you're just gonna get morried, actually. GG's, Mr. Blue. I feel like I've played against Mr. Blue before. I want to be kind. Are they still here? Two of them were. What do they got here? 3 dead hearts. Y'all need to fucking chill. Damn, dead hard and made for this. Seriously. But hey, look at that. We countered the dead hearts.
Mr. Blue, what's going on? Yeah, I know I recognize your name. Hey. Bro, look at this. Why does this build work? Because they've got this shit. Oh, man.
No Wigglyff? Someone had Wigglyff I thought I just saw, or no? Oh, okay.
So not only was this surprisingly a very stacked lobby, but I think it fully puts on display why people are running these builds and playstyles to begin with. I say surprisingly because if you go back and watch the match, it almost felt as if every single survivor here was perkless. I don't think we really saw much at all in the way of exhaustion perks, like even balanced landing, I don't recall coming into play. You look at, for example, the Yoonjin. The Yoonjin, her entire build is based around unhooking a teammate. So her build, she was perkless. You look at Sable. Sable has MFT, Dead Hard, and Shoulder the Burden. She has no way of gaining value out of any of those perks besides MFT beyond picking up their Slug teammate, which I think she did at one point, and also her Styptic. Those are the only way she gains endurance. Those are the only way that she's going to get value from MFT. But unironically, every time that she did get deep wounded, I don't think we committed to chasing against her. You know, it was only, I think, at the literal end of the game when everyone else was already dead. And we actually still downed her, right? So it's like, yeah, it didn't really do too much in the grand scheme of things. And then you look at Kate. Kate's got Dead Hard as well, doesn't do anything. You know, she's got Prove Thyself, admittedly would have been good had we fallen behind. I think Kate probably would have given the momentum to this team in order to win had we not gotten such early snowball pressure. Deja Vu too, Resilience. Resilience especially, right? If we fall behind but she stays injured and cranks gens, boom, that shit's, you know, that's a wrap. They could actually win off of that. And Jonah, right? Jonah had Dead Hard and Wicked, right? We never hooked basement. And he bled out in basement, which is funny. I bet when he went down in basement, you know, I wonder if that's why he went down there. I wonder if Jonah thought that I was going to hook him and let him get wicked value, because that's what that is, right? Like that's funny to me. But no, their builds essentially were nothing against us because of the build that we brought and how we played. And what's really just so terrible to think about is had I brought a more conventional build with the same level of gen regression and pressure, right? Like let's say I ran Save the Best for Last, Rapid Brutality, Zanchin Tactics, and Jolt, So a similar mirror to this, but instead of slugging, it would just be conventional chase, but with very little gen pressure. Well, then I don't beat this team. I think it's very likely I don't beat this team, not on Gideon, because they'd have too many strong pallets, the existence of triple dead hard, shoulder the bird, and when I do decide I need to tunnel somebody, in the event the person has to be Sable, right? Well, someone else is, she's going to shoulder someone else. The BNP on the Commodious, with Prove Thyself and Resilience. Like, this is not a team, sadly, that you beat on Clown with a conventional build unless you literally match the energy by running something like probably Corrupt Minimum, Deadman Switch, maybe another extra instant gen regression perk. You would obviously need a chase perk, right? So, coup, etc. But you have to go full out meta to beat a team like this, and or get very lucky with the hooking on Sable so they can't use shoulder the burden, because otherwise you just lose to efficiency. Not even just efficiency, but it's efficiency in our case combined with the map itself. The map has so many pallets. Now, why did it not matter in this case? Because we were slugging, which means we're not wasting time hooking, which means that the survivors don't have time to do generators because they're all injured. The generators are getting regressed because they're not working on them because we have Jolt, and it basically afforded us all of that time to remove the pallets, to deal with them, like basically going through them piece by piece. Because were this a conventional match, that time that I would spend picking up a survivor, carrying them to the hook, having to go through Dead Hard, because the thing is, on a map like this, you're very likely guaranteed eating 2 Dead Hearts if the survivors are intelligent with at least how to play the map. Because they're going to be running to a pallet that has 0 counterplay. They're very likely going to be right near the pallet with Dead Hard active. You either have to swing and eat the Dead Hard, or you're going to end up eating the pallet. And then they're going to get chained to another pallet, and then the chase becomes inefficient, right? So that's just what really, really sucks, is that I think it's great that the knockout playstyle is going away, but the game as a whole, when it comes to what Clown has to deal with, without having this play style available, I think is going to lead to a frustrating outcome for a lot of lesser experienced Clown players. I pull back some games I admittedly probably shouldn't, but it's because of a massive, I feel like, experience disparity between me and the people I go against. So you invert that and put lesser skilled clowns against these people, they've got no shot. I mean, dude, look at these builds! Like, what? Do you expect a clown with, like, very little... Like, they're not coming back from that, and, like, I totally get it. Like, why they wouldn't even want to play, why people would want to slug, because, yeah, like I said, I don't think I would have beaten this team. Now let's I want to be a little bit brief with this. I didn't want to make this video too long, but there's just so many great things to say about this, like this match and just the concept and the slugging. But, why was this build so effective beyond just disabling the perks? Because we've talked a lot about that. So, we're on Gideon, which is a vertical map. The survivors, it's a lot easier for us to pressure them, both using the staircases. We had many moments where that happened. I believe it was Sable and Yunjin. We caught both of them trying to get their resets, because the thing about this level of pressure, playing a slugging playstyle on a killer like Clown, who is very high micro pressure, right, that has easier time when it comes to dealing with macro on a vertical map, time is of the essence. If you're going to stay injured, you need to make sure that nobody's actually going down and that you're cranking gens. That's the way you play the stay injured game. If you don't play the stay injured game, you got to efficiently get people healed, which is made harder when the map is vertical, so it's easier to stay in Clown's terror radius, and he's also got Sloppy and Coulrophobia. That 75% healing speed reduction means that if your teammates aren't giving good chases, he's likely going to be back on you before you complete that heal, and then you're going down too. And then the other teammate's going down. Oh, and by the way, with each and every down, Surge is going off. So if your teammates are not working on gens and nobody's on a generator that's getting hit by Surge, that gen's going back to 0. And this is what I mean when I say it removes lasting progress. Because it's not as if the survivors can get on these generators, because everybody's injured. This is what I called the concept of playing for health states. It is when you don't view the game in the conventional manner of what's important is that I hook survivors to take them out of the match, right? It's called playing for hook states. Playing for health states is there are technically 8 total health states, and my level of ability to snowball changes exponentially based on how that is changed, right? From 4 healthy sort of survivors to maybe 2 injured survivors, 2 healthy, 3 injured, 1 slugged, 2 slugged, 1 healthy, 1 injured, right? There are so many different variables that that landscape can change and become when you start viewing things under the lens of playing for health states. But it is something that it is something that really, really works on Clown when played in this way. And when survivors can't get on gens and they don't have time to heal because of sloppy and Coulrophobia, and they're getting caught in dead zones because the pallets start getting removed, that's how you win. They've got nothing to work with at some point. They eventually run out of pallets. If they don't run out of pallets, they bleed out. We saw what happened to Jonah. Jonah quite literally bled out, and there was, 4 generators remaining because no one had time to get on gens. I can't remember. They might have actually hit 3 at the end. I don't even remember. Sometimes my memory is so bad when I come back and review these. But yeah, it's the pressure that you gain macro-wise when you play for health states with the slugging build. It is night and day against builds like these. I don't know how builds like this will be able to function without it. We'll have to see. I might look to explore slugging going forward. Without knockout on Clown. That actually sounds very fun to me. It's so stay tuned for that. But other than that, I do think that just about wraps everything up here. We've gone full circle, full scope. So if you like videos like these, commentary wise, it ended up way longer than I wanted. I really am bad at that, gang, making a short video short. They become long. But if you're interested in more videos like this, hearing me yap, hearing me watching me play, I have many videos that I upload. I look to do 5 videos a week, so stay tuned to my channel. Usually 5 during the weekdays. If I fall behind, I try to get one on the weekends. I also similarly stream live on Twitch. Man, I'm struggling with my words, I guess, now. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I also have a very detailed clown guide, too, if you didn't know, that I'll have a link to the video description as well. Gosh, I really need to get some sleep. But other than that, I hope y'all enjoy this video, and I'll see y'all next time. Later, gang.